This is how I want my songs. And see, my CD is like this.
I'm your friend from beginning to the end, yo. If your boy got it, you ain't gotta ask, man. I will always dedicated to you, but we built this shit. I always give up props as due. Friendlier ways of thought, love you from birth to chalk. I share the views in my mind, give you the food for the thought. From your car to your walk, I watch over and hawk. Taught you the ways of the world and said it wasn't your fault. I told you never fear nothing and look out for suckers. Gain and always stay humble, and if they come in your arm, you're prepared for the rumble.
How long have you been doing
this? Years. About 92. Back in the days, you know what I'm saying? Back when people had crews. You know what I'm saying? Me and my crew used to get it in around the city. Then it was just vacation from there and just working and taking it serious with life.
So when you rapping, right? What kind of topics you like to touch on?
Life.
Ripping the tag off the denim right before you rock. Check in the mirror, the film is looking real nice.
Mainly self-experiences. You know, basically nothing that I ain't. So, if you know me, it'd be like, at some point you could be like, yo, I was there for that. You know, nothing too fabricated. Just real, man. Just real. From political issues to life stories to a little bit of the streets. You know what I'm saying? If I was like young kid, things like that, it'd be a lot of that. But then, you know, you gotta be responsible when you rap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got kids, so I don't want them to look at me like I do some crazy stuff all the time, shooting guns and all this fake stuff that everybody be saying, you know? And then when my peers hear what I do, they be like, you know, cool, don't do all that, you know what I'm saying? He ain't about that. It's just basically setting myself as the trend.
Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Artist, father, Floyd. Just doing my thing lately with the music. You know, a lot of people feel I should go on and get into it serious, so I'm gonna take that step. It's usually like a hobby, but a lot of people that listen to little songs and stuff I do be like, yo, this stuff should be out. So I'm gonna go on and throw it in motion.
Rap that's out today, do you feel like there's artists that are still staying true to how rap was back in the day? Because I know it's back in the day, rap was the same way, where they tell a story.
You don't even hear no stories on the radio. If it ain't about a party or sex or a whole mountain of money, you're not gonna really make the radio. You know what I'm saying? That's why it make no difference to me if I hear myself on the radio or not. I ain't gonna, you know, I ain't the type to sell my soul for all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm alright. If anybody come see me and do what they do or buy my CD, I'd rather them get that full ear from beginning to end.
Take a L break, back your chicks over here, you know they wanna play. Now we back in the whips to go to Sion City to get fresh for the night because the day was love. If I get in the biz, I'm still gonna be independent. I'ma say what I wanna say. Y'all can't punk nobody to stop my checks. Maybe two of your time. Let me pick your brain.
Okay, the difference is you had to be very in touch with skills to get on. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, if you got a camera and YouTube, you can do 15 videos in 3 days. The more you get seen, the more popular you are now. It's like that now. Back then, you had to have the best skills to be seen. But now all the music is the same. It's based on the beat. If you ain't got the beat that make everybody dance, you can kind of almost forget it. You're going to go down to the underground people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in the backpack group. They're gonna put you in a group where you probably don't even belong. You just basically you with the people that ain't selling. You know what I'm saying? That's where they mess up hip hop, the genres of music. You got hip hop, you got rap, you got pop, R&B. If you listen to the average song on the radio right now, you won't know what they call it because it's full of singing, and not by the artist, but you know you got the R&B person on it doing half the song. Then you got the rapper come in. What genre would you put that in? You couldn't really put that in hip hop. And then at the award shows, when they say the award for hip hop, they go to a pop song, and it's like, come on.
So I noticed that your the title on your CD cover, your album cover, is "Don't Forget About Me." I really like that song. It's one of my favorite songs. What inspired that song?
That song is basically about, okay, it's for all the artists that's not out, but has the skills in their heart to be better than anything out. But it's like, during the song, it's basically about a starving artist with outlets, but all the outlets turn their back on him because he's not sounding like them. So you know what I'm saying? So in the end, don't you forget about me. You know what I'm saying? When I move on and find my crowd, that's like, yo, there it is. Now this that music I've been waiting on. You know what I'm saying? That's when they gonna look like, yo, we had it all along. You know what I'm saying? But now it's too late now. He done moved on. And he ain't looking back now asking for help. Asking to be on your mixtape. Asking to be on your song or on your CD and all of this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists, they get moved over because they doing them. They not trying to sound like the dude that bust the most guns or got the most punchlines, or they just straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? Or they can be that type and be around a lot of serious rappers. But at the same time, they doing them. They're not doing it wrong, they just getting knocked for doing them. You know what I'm saying? It's basically to them. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing on. They'll see in the end. Exactly.
I like that because I think a lot of people listen to the same thing. You want to hear the same thing. Tell me a little bit more about that.
I may not bust the guns all day. You might like that all day. You know what I'm saying? I like it myself. I don't gotta do that though. You know what I'm saying? To get my point across. But it's like, all I ask for is an ear. From beginning to end. Guarantee you with something on there you're gonna like. Maybe love. You know what I'm saying? Just the ear. You know what I'm saying? I may not rock like that, yo. Just vibe, just one time, you know. See if you could adapt to change, not the everyday thing all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not stacks of money all day and every day. You know what I'm saying? When hip hop was at its peak, the number one rule was to be original and don't bite. That's why back then you had many styles of hip hop, like De La Souls, Rakims, Ice Cube. But everybody was vibing at the same time. You got Black Moon, Poor Righteous Teachers. You got many. You can't. How many you got today?
It all sounds the same.
It's all the same. That's what I'm saying. People don't got no originality. It's kind of not their fault because when you're trying to get on, a lot of people above them be like, no, I want you to sound like this. This the sound right now. You got to sound like this. I'm from New York. Not from. I am. Half of me was Georgia, but I was raised 16. I left New York, so I'm New York. I'ma sound like this. I might have a bit of a slight of a Georgia accent, but you know what I'm saying? But you can't expect me to sound like somebody, rap like somebody down there when I'm up here. That's why New York fell off. Everybody try to sound like down there to get some of that money. that $1 million money. Go get them a Georgia beat and completely lose their whole New York fan base from which they came out. That everybody loved. Then everybody be like, yo, I can't wait till they come back out. I can't wait. Then they come out sounding like that. Then everybody saying the album's trash. And they don't know why. We was waiting for that New York you to come back. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with blending and this, all of that. It's just like some people just change their whole culture to the point that they can't come back. And they be the real hard streets in New York. The first album or two, they find out the money went to the South. Now they on these songs and stuff they wouldn't even do. Like, for example, imagine hearing DMX years ago with Little Flip. Wouldn't happen. Nowadays, you never hear anything. Because people was like, they had they self and their own sound, and it was like, this is what it is. If you don't like this, I'm not doing that to get in no videos. No, now that's what everyone doing, and all the music sound like Funky Brewster pop. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you don't even understand, because now it's going into the disco fabo world, and it's just crazy, man. But real music is coming back, though. It is. I heard some artists I like peeking out the blue. Nas coming back, real seriously, sounding like New York. You know what I'm saying? The Mob back. Raekwon doing his thing. There's a lot of East Coast things it's like people finding out it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? The trends are dying. The down south trend dying.
And that's what happens though, right? They don't have to.
But what's gonna happen if I get in the game now? And all these people stuck on the left in New York on the rise. They're gonna be looking like, yo, man, the ship done left before I can get back. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of artists out here that's nice, you know what I'm saying? But they doing it with New York beats and it just ain't getting that play. You know? You don't hear no remixes about Pete Rock or Premier and people like that no more. You gotta hear that stuff. I like South music. The difference is they are unified, so they stay on top. You know what I'm saying? They don't knock each other down there.
So are you saying you see that here? Oh, okay.
No.
I mean, you're saying that that's why they're...
That's why they stay on top. Whoever popping at that time.
So they all support each other?
Yeah. Whoever popping at that time, the newer person that come in, the veterans rock with them. They don't leave them abandoned to try to come up. Like the new guys, like what? Future, 2 Chainz and them. You hear T.I., Rocco, Big Boy from Outkast, all of them right there. Same songs, right at home.
Let me ask you this: when someone listens to your CD, what are you hoping that they gain from it?
At the end of the day, they're gonna be like, yo, that's a real cat right there, yo. First of all, that. They're gonna say that's a real cat. Second of all, they're gonna say he got some jewels.
For opposite, you ain't me, and I was you. You ain't me, and I ain't you. You ain't me, and I ain't you. And you ain't me, I think differently. And I ain't you, and you ain't me, and I ain't you. And you ain't me, and I ain't you. And you ain't me, and I ain't you. I think differently. I ease on, cause I think differently.
You can pop that CD and you sit back on your couch. You got a tape. See a story. Each song is a mood. You know what I'm saying? But it's real. Because most of my music is like mood music. I really don't write just to write. I write with something. It's like my music is most of my deep meditations. I only write when there's something to say. I remember when I was younger, I caught G-Rap at a Foot Locker for the show. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was talking to me. He was like, yo, back then, it was the 80s, you know what I'm saying? So, not too many, it was hard to get on. So it's like, you gotta look at it. He said, look at it like this. When you get that 15 minutes, you gotta say all you gonna say in that 15 minutes. And I hope you say something that means something. That's how you'll be remembered. So I just look at music like that. If I get my 15 and then I'm done, you can look at any CD I did totally, and I could bring that years later and say, check these thoughts. Who thinks like this? Because a lot of the stuff that's done now, or a lot of the people that do things, is not saying nothing. You don't have to remember stuff. I had a person hear my CD and they told me I had too many thoughts in one song. So what that tell you about music? It's empty. I made them think a little too much. And that's only one song. You know what I'm saying? All I'm just going through is concepts and expressing something.